All right, so trucks at Martinsville. Again, this is the new format where we're just going to go over the basics, what to look for. Track temperature differs. It's going to be faster or slower, but we're going to try to make this a first lap, but it's probably going to be a second lap, so we just don't want to destroy our tires by like spinning on the first lap. So we turn down to get a straight exit there. Going to try to get about 70% brake here. Keep it on the bottom. Smooth back to the throttle because the tires are still a little bit cold, but still a good corner there. Brake 60 to 70%. Try to keep it down on the bottom or at least diamond it. Not a bad exit. We're going to try to improve on this. No, but the tires got heated up a little bit from that one. So just for the sake of trying, I'm going to pretend that this is my second lap again. Give it one more attempt. The tires are probably the best on lap 3, but lap 2 is doable. Yeah, this just drives off the corner a little bit better with the heat in the tires, but I want to get a better turn 3 here for you guys. Just keep it a little bit more towards the bottom, a little bit tidier. See how much time we gain by keeping it tidier on the bottom. That did not have much to do with extra tire heat. That was just a better executed turn 3. Let's take a look at that real quick. So I know it's kind of cheating, making it the third lap there, but I apologize. So coming to the lap. The very important, we don't want to just stay by the wall. We want to turn off of it so that this right here opens up earlier and we can get a better angle and we can go full throttle earlier. Look how much earlier I'm able to go full throttle because of the angle. Wouldn't be able to do that if I was right by the wall. Okay, once I chip out, that's about when I decide to get on the brake. So you want to brake up to about 70%. If you go to 80-ish, that's when the tires start locking up and bad things happen. So I like that 60 to 70% mark. This is going to be the most important part of your turn because this is where a lot of the time is made up. So as you can see, as I'm starting to turn to the corner, I'm lowering my brake. We talk about this on the Xfinity video too, but lower your brake as you turn the car. And then the truck, you want to get onto partial throttle. You can't just smash it because the car is kind of snug. When the car is loose, you can smash the throttle, but when the car is snug, you want to get back to partial throttle about half, and then as you're able to open up this wheel, you just go full throttle, send it. But you have to wait to go full throttle until this motion begins to happen. You can see, snug, 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 open up full throttle. You can only go full throttle as you're opening up. Same thing with 3 and 4. A little bit more conservative braking there, but that was because I did an earlier brake because I wanted to get that tidier entry. You can probably push this entry a little bit more with a little bit more brake, but notice how I'm turning earlier here than I was into 1 because I really need to make sure I don't miss the bottom. So as I'm doing that, I lower my brake as I'm turning, and now it's able to keep it tidier on the bottom. And again, partial throttle and only go full as I'm unloading. Very important idea there. You can see this curb isn't actually round. It like kind of makes a diamond for you, so you can't think about the curb as like the end all be all. The natural motion of the car is going to want to come up and back down a little bit. You just can't let it come up too much like I did in that first attempt. This attempt was a lot better because that 3 and 4 was a lot tidier. But in terms of long run, guys, it's Martinsville long run. It's not going to happen. Just prioritize your bottom. Stay on your set of tires the whole freaking race unless you get a 20-lap green flag run. That's my recommendation to everybody's pit strategy. If you get a 20-lap green flag run somehow, okay, change your tires. But otherwise, I would not pit for the entirety of the race because it's just wrecks and you don't want to be back in the hornet's nest. You want to be controlling the race. Martinsville is some of the easiest wins in C fixed and B fixed and all that because you can just qualify first, and if you're good at that, you just stay there because they keep wrecking and you keep restarting and having the advantage. But in terms of the actual line, no different than the qualifying line, except you don't want to push your brake quite as much. So a little bit earlier entries, a little bit less brake. Maybe that 60% mark is where you want to max out instead of 70%. And then otherwise, just prioritize keeping that bottom. Don't have to worry about tires. You really don't. Just don't slide them. If you slide them, they get hot, and then it makes them want to slide even more. But you don't want to like worry about roasting your right front or something, because it doesn't really happen. You just don't want to be four-wheel sliding. Just care about your tire temperature. Don't care about wear. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say. But anyways, thank you all for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day. I hope to see you all on the track.